So the problem I'm running into with my Honda 2006, the radio will not turn off. I got a hold of a spec book by Honda, and it says all you can do is change the radio out. There's no other cure for that. The way you can tell is it'll slowly drain your battery over at night. It doesn't happen usually once. It's over 2 or 3 months when it starts happening, and then your battery shows up dead. So, and the car, I've got like 250,000 miles on this car. It's worth maybe 2, maybe 3, probably not, more like 2. I'm not spending $500 for a new radio. They do have the $100 replacement, but I don't know. I thought they looked kind of crappy, so I didn't really like it that much. But the first thing I had to do is be able to get back and forth to work. So the first fix that I did was to pull the fuse. And the fuse just operates the radio and the running lights in this front panel. So if I was driving home at night, I would pop the fuse back in. If I wasn't, it wasn't an issue. It's only connected to the radio and these running lights here. So as you can see, there's no key, right? The car's completely turned off. Oh, there it went off. Sometimes it'll flash back on, sometimes it doesn't. So it kind of does what it wants to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the fuse. So we're going to come down here. I'll set this here for now. Okay, we're at our fuse box here. It's over by the pedal, right where we're at, so you can get a good look there. It tells me that it's the 5th one in, right? See where it says Markets Radio, so I'm going to count in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 10 amp, it says. So I pulled it, that's my 10 amp. Let's take a look and see. Yep, looks like that's been pulled. Let's double check it to get the car running on. Okay, nope. Yep. Nope, nothing. Okay. So for right now, that will take care of your problem while you're driving. That you're wherever you're going, your battery will not drain. That's the first fix. I'm going to pop it back in. Here we go. Take a look. Sure enough, the radio's back on. And again, the key is off, radio's back on. So, this is my second fix. As I went into the radio, found the wire that was powering up the radio, sent it down to a switch, a toggle switch down here, off position, on position. You don't need to put the code in for whatever reason. You do have to reset the clock, but it's certainly a lot easier than leaning down and pulling the fuses. It is a little complicated. If you do it wrong, you could mess up. So I didn't go into individual step. If you don't feel confident in what I've described to you to do, then you probably shouldn't do it. You could screw up the car pretty good. This is part of the wiring harness to the rest of the car. But that's my second solution. Get a switch, intercepts the power to the radio, and seems to work pretty well, until I can, pick up a used radio somewhere or get an aftermarket. But for right now, I'm set. My battery does not drain at night, and if I want to listen to the radio, I just flick the switch on, and pop it in. And when I park the car, then I just flick the switch down and it turns the power off. You do need to test it several times to make sure that you've got the right wire, and it's quite a big harness. So, again, don't attempt it unless you really feel confident doing it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye. Alright, so I've got my switch installed. I'm going to put my key in, get it going here. It'll stop buzzing after a minute. I'm going to turn my switch on. Right, let's see if the radio comes up. There we go. Of course, if you wanted to, you could reset the radio I mean, reset the time. You know, let's say that it's about 3, right? 3 o'clock, which is great. Let's see if we can get the radio going. There we go. So we got the radio going, right? Let's see if the CD's working.
Encouraging K-Lab. Hey, I'm Kelly Caldwell.
Here we go. There we go. So I got the CD playing. So that's our problem for now anyway, taken care of until I get a new, you know, until I get a spare radio or something. So when I pull the car over, when I stop, I flick the switch down, kills the power to the radio, does not come back up, right? Okay, so thanks guys. Oh, one little tip, be careful. I bashed this up against this shifter a couple times. So it took me a little while to get that set back again. So just keep that in mind. Make sure this doesn't come into contact with this like I did. Talk to you later.